see, I came home in 50. I got married in 50. No, 45.
45. Okay.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
then I had to go to the Pacific for 9 months
Okay.
after getting married.
Okay.
Wow.
And it was kind of crazy too. We got engaged by mail, writing to each other, you know.
Wow.
I dated her some,
Mm-hmm.
and then she said yes, oh, by mail.
By
That's
mail.
all right.
And then so I got a ring. I was stationed in Oakland, California,
Okay.
going to diesel school then.
Uh-huh.
After I'd got my ensign degree from. I went to Notre Dame for that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was kind of. There's kind of crazy things.
Yeah. Well, the war caused a lot of crazy things.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But really, I was blessed. In all my service, I saw no one killed, you know. And I guess I just want to tell you,
Sure.
after diesel school, and I'd gotten engaged in, I think it was November, and then I mailed her the ring.
You mailed her the ring.
Yeah.
And she got it.
And she got the package. She was teaching school out there east of Bridgeport, and she had a couple 8th graders that were bigger than Margaret, you know. And they saw that package. It was quite an excitement for the community.
Well, that's pretty cool. That is amazing that the ring got here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you went, correct me if I'm wrong, Terence, but you went to enlist and they told you to finish college, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you enlisted, you graduated in 43.
I was a junior.
Okay.
And then so I enlisted in January
Okay.
of the next year.
Okay. All
And
right.
then I finished that 42 year was when my last year of college.
Okay.
And
Okay. So you enlisted and you eventually went to diesel school, right? And so what was I guess you had something to do with the engines then on a
Yeah.
ship because you were in the Navy,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, first I went to Notre Dame for midshipman school.
Okay.
You know, and
All right.
that's a tough course. You know, they're trying to weed out so many people. You know, and then from there we got sent to Chicago area and formed a crew, and we got this new LST built in Jeffersonville, Indiana, which is across the river from Louisville.
Okay.
And we had a crew about 125, and only about 10 had ever been on a ship before.
Wow.
And we took that down Ohio River, Mississippi River, and trained around Florida for a little while. And then we went around Florida up to Norfolk, and they loaded a smaller landing craft on our deck. You know, my ship was pretty good size. It was the length of a football field plus 27 feet.
Wow.
Wow.
And it's one of these, you know, it was flat bottom, so you could beach it
Okay.
just drive it up on the beach, and then you opened the bow doors
And it was a troop transport ship, right?
and all kinds of equipment.
Okay.
Put tanks in there.
Wow.
Oh, it was a big cavity
Wow.
in that lower deck, and we hauled a lot of stuff.
So how many gallons of diesel fuel did your ship have to hold to?
I don't know.
Wow.
we
Big engines, I bet.
yeah.
Yeah.
And when we landed in Marseille, I didn't even see it because I was down in the engine room.
All right.
But we had basically pretty nice landing. You know, the Germans were concentrated up north.
This was after
Normandy was June 6th.
Right.
And
So,
we
okay,
came
right.
into Marseille about August 10th.
Okay. And you were hauling equipment to support the movement.
Well, we had when we got to the Mediterranean, we listed our ship and slid this smaller landing craft off.
Wow.
And then I guess they were on their own. I suppose they made the landing too, but
Wow.
you don't know what.
Did your ship ever come under attack?
Not really.
Okay. So that was lucky. That
Yeah.
was a blessing for you.
Yeah. In all my time, I saw no one killed
Yeah.
in our crew or
So you hauled lots of equipment and lots of soldiers.
yeah. See, after the landing, then we'd go back to Italy or Sicily, because where our troops had been fighting, and we would take some more troops and
So Terrence,
equipment.
you were over there when for VE Day, when the war in Europe ended.
Yeah.
no.
No? Okay.
I got orders. I and another officer in the ship got orders to go home.
Okay.
And I got home, and I called Margaret when I got to Norfolk, and we set the wedding day for 3 days ahead of there. And I didn't know for sure what my orders were, But it worked out, and it turned out that we were married on VE Day,
Wow.
which was a holiday.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then after that, you had to go back.
Well, then I went to the West Coast
Right.
and out to the Pacific,
Yeah.
and that's a wider ocean.
Were you on the same ship?
No.
You were on a different ship.
No, I was transferred to another ship
Okay.
that's been out there.
Same type of ship?
Yeah.
Okay. Did that ship come under attack?
They may have been.
You were down below.
Well, no. I got on that ship about 10 days before they dropped the bombs.
Okay.
So the first duty we had after that, we went to Shanghai and picked up a load of Japanese prisoners and hauled them back to Japan.
Okay.
And that was the only trip we made doing that. Afterwards, they made us haul Chinese troops from Shanghai area up to Manchuria to fight
Okay.
the communists.
Yeah.
And they of course got beat. We made several trips that way.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
so.
So how long were you in the service then after our victory over Japan?
Well, it was 5 months probably.
Okay. Okay.
And I was waiting to get my number so I could get home.
Yeah. Still in the Pacific.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Still moving equipment and people around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was from Shanghai up north
Yeah.
into Manchuria,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then you're waiting till you got enough points so you can get out.
Yeah. So how did they notify you about your points? Did they notify you by letter?
I
or-
think we all knew, we were all wanting
You're all
to get
paying
out,
attention to that.
And so it was
So when you got your points, how did you get home?
rode on another ship, but it's
Did you?
not. But then, you didn't have to worry about the U-boats then.
Yes.
See,
Yes.
so the ships could go straight and more speedy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's interesting that new cruiser that delivered the bomb from New Mexico to this island where they loaded it on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
When that ship had gone, it was hit by a Japanese torpedo and lost a lot of the men.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a new ship, a high-speed one, and I think they were thinking they could outrun the torpedoes. But anyway, they lost. You sink your ship and you get out in the shark waters. It's a terrible way to lose your life. And to see your friends getting eaten up, you know. It's tough. A lot of sailors lost a lot of friends that way, you know, and their ships getting sunk. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.